All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Great Teacher Onizuka, Episode 5. All right. Oh my gosh, I love this show so freaking much.
It's amazing!
Like, the way he handled the bully kids last episode and everything, and he, like, full-on hired the guy, like, with his probably old-school, like, Photoshop skills,
you know,
or
when this was made and all that,
or whatever it was, the software he had to use. I mean, I just love it. It's so wholesome in certain ways, and in other ways it's so raucous and just ridiculous and just chaotic and all over the place. But like JoJo's, the show like doubles down on it.
It owns
confidently.
it. Yeah.
Like,
it's just
just wonderful.
Yes.
And I think we've kind of settled into our rhythm. We still have to meet more of Class 3-4's bullies. And I'm still calling her, what did I call her? Like Janet or Julia, basically. The girl we don't know the name yet, where she's like, those teachers should just kill themselves. And it's just basically like, what the hell, Janet? Like, the way they looked at her and they were like, we're bad, but like, she's messed up.
You know. And then I believe we still have the dinner with Miss Futsuki.
Oh,
that's you know,
true. That's true. So, that could be pretty nice. Hopefully, Onizuka
doesn't screw it up completely.
Is somewhat of a gentleman.
No wolf costumes.
No wolf costumes. I think that was a specific one-off for the premiere, Jacob. Yeah. But we're excited to get into this episode, so without further ado, let's do it. Just the song. This freaking show. The best part is that, like, it's moments like this in the opening where you realize, oh yeah, he is 22.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of curious, what is it about more recent anime that they try to avoid this age as their main character? Their main character is usually about 5 years younger. Like around 17 or so. But none of them are like right in this like young 20s range. Like even Spike, like Spike was like,
maybe that's the age group of people that they're shooting for? I don't know.
Was he humping the back of his truck?
It looked like it.
Oh no, it's panning up. It's panning up. What's... Okay, it's just the sky. Oh. We're in sync.
昔族の先輩から聞いた話なんだが、ある町に人肉でシューマイ作ってるって噂のあるシューマイ屋があったんだと。まあその人は地元でも相当気合の入った人だったんで、買って帰ることにしたらしいんだ。
何?
This is how you tell a scary story.
その帰り道、なぜか胸騒ぎがして、振り返ってみると。
It's like a noir aspect to this.
Saw no one. Watch, it's probably going to be totally silly and not scary by the end of it.
一つシューマイが減ってたんだよ。その人はゾーッとしながらも自分に言い聞かせたんだ。
He turned a cannibalism story into a ghost story.
次の角でまた蓋を開けた。するとまたシューマイが一個減ってるじゃねえか。
Oh, here it
goes. It was actually stuck to the top of the box.
そしてようや やく気を落ち着けて蓋を開けたんだ。なんと今度は3個もいっぺんに消えて
Believe it or not.
もう一度ゆっくり
They
と
were all
蓋
back.
を開けた。
I think you're right, actually.
ない。
Oh
okay.
my gosh!
It's gonna be one of those too.
すると
Yep.
Yep, 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 yep.
蓋の裏に全部くっついてたんだってよ。
I love the change in,
Yep.
in like his
Yep.
voice.
Yep.
笑わねえけど笑える。
It's so
That is
dumb.
called an anti-joke.
Yes, it is an anti-joke. It's brilliant.
And that guy's like, I was really scared there.
Oh, but here's Janet or whatever. Yeah, whatever her name is.
面白かったな。
Apologies to any Janets in our
Yes, I'm
audience.
sorry.
恐怖の白いジャムの話をして
Scary white jam.
He's like, yep, totally rocked it.
てめえら鬼塚の授業で何喜んでんだよ。裏切り者か。
Betrayers.
いいか鬼塚の前で二度と笑うなよ。
どうしたのよ菊池。あんたには期待してたのにさ。
Sorry, I can't hear him with that dollar, dollar,
Yeah,
dollar.
yeah.
そんなに言うならお前たちで勝手にやれよ。
He just starts like fanning himself
俺
with
は今
money.
Yep.
回外させてもらうぜ。
He's like, I have work to do.
Yeah. He's like, shing, he pushes his glasses up. He's like, time to make some money.
何笑ってんだよ。
Oh crap.
いや別に
Oh crap.
知ってる？吉川のやつ、よく鬼塚の部屋に。
No, don't go after Yoshikawa. No. No.
No, that will be their downfall if they do.
I know, but
But Yoshikawa's a good
but
boy.
Yoshikawa is such a good boy.
Yeah, yeah.
それに先生ったら俺が学校を面白くしてや
Ah.
る
These are the two. These are the two. There are
そん
soon
な
to
こと
be
言う
more,
先生っ
but
て初めてだよ菊池君も先生のことをもっとよく知ればきっと
先行なんか信じたら前みたいに裏切られるだけだ。
oh, see, there it is.
Okay.
There it
Okay.
is. Mhm.
All right.
嫌がらせとか受けてません？
嫌がらせ
Is he just playing video games while she's right there?
生徒たちとは和気あいあいっつうか
Bro.
楽しくやってますよ。ゆずき先生一緒にやりませんかこれ。
Oh.
私ゲーム。
Oh, that's so cute.
このとこ面白いっすよ。俺が教えてあげますから。
Yeah.
これでいいのかしら。
Oh, that was fast.
Smooth.
Uh-huh.
そうよね。この後どうするの？大変。
The actual appropriate time for the bloody nose trope. Wonderful.
ちゅうか別の
Ah!
Something else.
He
is
just looked into the
accumulating.
camera.
Oh, wow.
He just looked
Wow.
into the camera. Wait.
おい吉川じゃねえか。入れ入れ。ちょうどよかったぜ。お前に聞きたいことがある。
何ですか？
ほらここのとこ。
Oh, and she's just been completely replaced right
前と
there.
じゃダメだよそこは
Oh, okay, good. She,
But she's seeing the connection he has with
yes,
the students.
yes.
ああそうじゃあまた新しいソフト手に入ったら来るから
頼むぜ吉川。
Ay, here they come. Here they come.
吉川くん。
やめてよ
What the heck?
調子こいて鬼塚とつるんでんじゃねえよ。いいね。もし今度鬼塚とガチこいてたら
Oh my god.
街中にばらまくかんね。落書きなんかしちゃったりして。
Oh, come on.
さあ、こんなやつほっぽっといてボックス行こうボックス。いいねいいね。
Wow.
何買おうかな。
Yoshikawa.
Wow.
水か
前に約束した合成まだできねえのかよ。こっちは待ちくたびれてんだぞ。
約束なんかした覚えねえよ。
おいおい教師のくせに学校に知れたら問題だぞ。バカ。
Oh, hush.
ちょっと待てよ。
he's like, hey, I didn't agree to anything. Yeah. Onizuka knows how to make the deals.
Yep.
これで鬼塚女体コレクションの新しい。
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. The collection. No. No. Rest in peace, the Cresta again, right? Right?
Knocked the hubcap right off.
Oh my god, the car is totaled again.
Wait, whoa, it exploded as the... Okay, he's outside the car now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh!
よし案内しろやリベンジ決めんぞ
With the explosions in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, right, we have to show them having fun at karaoke and
だ
stuff.
ったよねあん時の吉川の顔せめてこれぐらいやんなきゃ気が晴れないよ
Oh, so Unko is the name of
Yeah.
this bitch.
マイクサンキュー
But she's a different girl than the one that said...
誰
俺
どっから湧いてきたゴキブリかね
誰がゴキブリだってこの変態女子中学生だ
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
バックレんじゃねえよ
Oh.
このパンツ脱がして生写真撮るなんて
Oh, the
Yeah.
middle finger, yes.
知らないよ
さてリベンジの始まり
Wait, what?
Whoa.
悪い子には
Oh my gosh! No,
You
no!
have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
メロよ痛えだろ
冗談こくんじゃねえよこんなもん今まで吉川が味わった痛みに比べりゃヘビてえなもん
Even he looks like, Onizuka?
Yeah.
写真ばらまくだけじゃ済まないからな ちょっとやめてよ
Counter blackmail ammo.
I guess so.
写真撮っとこうと思ってよ
No way.
吉川
Oh,
Now you have ammo.
あとはてめえで片付けろ
PTA で問題にしてやるからね
the Parent Teachers Association.
Yeah.
ああ上等だよ教師鬼塚永吉22歳逃げも隠れもしねえからよ
22 years old. I love the big setup.
男も女もね
Oh.
俺のポリシ
先生お腹すいた
ーまあラーメンでも
Let's go eat ramen.
とくるでよお前お金持ってっから
Oh, he left the camera there.
カメラ置いてきた
Wow.
お前の勝手だから
Yeah.
僕もうどんなことがあっても死のうなんて絶対
Oh. Oh, my heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
何
お前のおごりのラーメン
Ah!
教室に入りなさい
They're all,
They're all
like,
running from him. Yeah, yeah.
理事長いらっしゃる
Wait.
失礼ですがどちら様で
Oh, new character?
私当
Yeah.
学園の PTA 会長をやっている上原です
Oh,
この学校
Uehara.
の鬼塚という教師が娘にハレンチ極まる
Oh.
をしたそうで
The
Oh.
of course. Now it all makes
Yeah,
sense.
of course they would have
Oh.
the
She's
the
like,
nasty balls
she has like
that.
the fires
Uh-huh.
of
Yep, yep,
like
yep,
vengeance
yep.
in her eyes and her aura. Just oh, that's gonna be
Okay.
good.
All right.
Like the one unfortunate thing is that they really could have gotten the girls in trouble for essentially child, having pornographic images of an underage person and stuff. And it's like now they have no proof of that.
Right.
So unfortunately,
Yeah.
he's in a bad spot. But the really bad thing is not that Onizuka is involved, because he could probably handle himself. It's that Yoshikawa has his name on the underwear.
Oh. Yeah.
So there could be blowback in his area of things.
Right.
But there's the thing, like, maybe he's just gonna get blackmail on her then. Like, he's just gonna dismantle the PTA.
But it could also be something where he says, like, they were doing that to me, so I figured I did a more toned down version of it, and tit for tat. There we go.
Well, but the thing is, they have no proof that she did it to them.
Right.
That's my thing, is that because they destroyed the evidence, they have no proof. And they wouldn't want to be the ones just saying, oh yeah, we held on to it. This is our evidence. That's no proof that they did it. And be like, why do you have pictures of them?
Oh no, but if Yoshikawa had the pictures that they took of him.
Yeah.
But they destroyed him,
Right.
Well, Onizuka will just handle this one, and
Woo!
Hey, I mean, this is just a turf war.
Oh yeah.
He's used to these.
We're just drawing up battle lines. He now knows who to fight against. Oh, this was such a wholesome, funny, and cringy episode. Okay. The fact that these girls went to this level just to kind of get, I'd say, a little bit of their own frustration out. Sure. Because there really was no way this would necessarily connect back to Onizuka, directly. Right. It was basically them just taking a kid that they knew that they could manipulate and abuse, and just did what they did. Right. And it's like, I have no sympathy for these girls. No sympathy from that. And it's the thing of, I don't care what gender they are or whatever. The fact that they did this to a person who's weaker than them, body, mind, soul, whatever. Unforgivable. The fact, though, that Onizuka responded with in kind. Yeah, in kind. It was a slightly more toned down version.
Yes, it was.
But it was basically the same thing.
Right.
And it's like, oh, dude, I love rooting for him as a main character and stuff. But oh shoot, he's in trouble unless he finds some really clever way out of this one.
Well, yeah, and the thing is that if it does become since it's become such a serious issue and all that stuff, where there could be some legal issues and all that stuff.
Is the school going to back him up, maybe?
Well, right. That's the question. How much can the chairwoman actually do?
Well, here's where they could go with this, is that the girls have the power in this situation because they can corroborate each other. No, not only that, they can corroborate each other's story. Again, the photos don't necessarily point to a specific person, either Onizuka or Yoshikawa, doing it. And that's the thing. Sure. Is that what all they have is the fact that they are a group. They can each corroborate each other's stories, so just proof that it happened. Right. It's the reason why Yoshikawa is in a worse place when he was having this, was because he was the only person there when it happened. Right, yeah. But Onizuka believed him immediately.
Onizuka also saw the pictures, so that's corroboration there, even though they don't actually have the pictures now, which is definitely
They don't have the pictures now, so that's the problem.
I get the feeling Onizuka isn't exactly going to be playing by the rules anyways.
Exactly.
So evidence and all that stuff kind of doesn't matter.
No, it does matter in the attacks that they'll send against him, because their attacks will be more legitimate.
Yes.
However, what Onizuka will use as defense is probably something that they're not going to expect, completely off the rule book. And he might even just double down on the girls and be like, and you guys weren't there. You can't corroborate this story. You like drawing on your underwear. I mean, he could find some way to work in with them. Well, or for real, they could even have it be a thing of okay, he did it. Sure, he'll go and serve his 4 weeks of community service at the school. While he's there, and they're gonna be like, he can't be a teacher. No, he won't be a teacher. What do you mean? He won't be a teacher.
He'll be a janitor.
He'll be a janitor that just happens to work in class 3-4 with your daughter. I don't know. Maybe the school will try.
Even if there's something worse. Even if there's something worse, it's the idea that oh, yeah, you think I haven't dealt with that before?
That is a good point.
I feel like this is going to be Yoshikawa basically being like Captain America, and he's going to be like, wait, we need, Onizuka, we need a plan. I have a plan. Attack.
I don't think that gotcha. Yes.
Like that he's going to be like, this is bad. And he's going to be like, no, it's fine.
Right. Onizuka's, I think that Onizuka's going to be confident. I do think that he was saying bring the PTA on as a thing to show how confident he is.
Right.
But I think he's also not going to be exactly prepared for the fact that the PTA
is
the mother of Unko.
That really just means she'll be even more like dogged with it than normal, but I get the feeling that any PTA would be pretty dogged if there were stories about that kind of stuff happening anyways.
Sure. Here's some other aspect of it. What it could be is that the school has always had to deal with class 3-4 in this regard, and whenever class 3-4 brings in like potentially like Unko's mom in this regard is like Urehara, I think was the last name.
Like that.
But what they probably have is potential evidence on all the past actions that certain people in that class have done.
Sure.
So it's kind of like, yeah, we've had you here before, and it's kind of this thing where maybe the mom and the chairwoman will have this stare down, and it's going to be like, what do you have on me this time? It's like, I have these pictures. It's like, wonderful. And she brings out her like desk and she's just like, do you want me to go on? And
so it ends up basically being like that Muppet scene where Interpol and
they're constantly pulling out their big,
their big compensating badges,
Yeah, I could see that not working this time because Onizuka's acts are basically a form of assault. Yes.
Yeah.
So I actually like that they've put Onizuka into a position where I don't know actually how he can get out of this.
Yeah.
But I'm confident because he brought a sledgehammer to that one girl's house in episode 1.
Right.
And he didn't get arrested. So this, I guess this is just the next level.
Yep.
And it's basically like his JRPG. He's just maybe going to need some tips and tricks in how to beat this new level.
One thing I will say, though, if he does, assuming he gets out of this, because this is called Great Teacher Onizuka.
It could be a multi-episode
it could totally be a multi-episode thing. But, like, there's a lot of episodes left in the show.
Right.
That part where the mom comes in and all the kids are, like, scattering, that's going to be the equivalent, but just Onizuka.
Oh, like, after this is all done.
Yeah, after this is all done. Because I mean, think about it. Because they're already so incredulous that someone like this can actually be a teacher. But to have someone like that still be a teacher...
Oh, sure.
He will rule those streets. Like
the hallways,
Yeah. The hallways are his domain, and
Okay, I mean that would be pretty cool. I also want to call out the wholesome moments before we even get into the Yoshikawa stuff, but specifically with Fuyutsuki. And just basically him and her having like just kind of a little just casual time, and he's so oblivious to the fact that he should be spending more time with her, that he's playing video games. And then when it's like, oh, you're trying to do a sweet thing and stuff, and teacher, all right, we see what you're doing, Mr. Great Teacher. And your blood's accumulating in a specific area, and he turned and looks at the camera, and it's just like, oh my gosh, that was so funny. And like they took something that was like, oh, come on, like, pay attention to her. And then it's kind of wholesome, and then it's like, nope, Onizuka just did his little spin on it, and he's just like, boing.
It's basically just reinforcing the idea that for all the stuff that Onizuka does that is, helpful in certain ways, there are also
certain ways.
There are also all the things that he does where it's just like, this no. I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about, like Yoshikawa and stuff. But there's also all these ways where it's like, he is just an idiot 22-year-old. Like
pretty much. Yeah.
But he owns it.
He does.
Yeah.
So Yoshikawa.
Oh boy.
Yoshikawa's character. Like, this kid
needs a break.
But also like he is having like probably one of the best high school years of his life.
Yeah.
Like, despite all this stuff that's going on, and
he
the fact
never
that he's
had someone like Onizuka before.
Exactly. The fact that he's attempted suicide twice now,
Yep.
and has completely gotten the most wonderful support from someone who's not really qualified to give any of this kind of support.
Not at all.
But is actually just being there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's making him buy ramen for him. Yeah, he's calling it horrible and stuff. Yeah, he's brash and he's saying like, you're frustrated, aren't you? You're mad you did this. Of course I am. That's the kind of thing where it's like, okay, you don't need to do it perfectly. You don't need to do it right. You just need to be there. And I think that this is kind of what the show is, again, reinforcing. It's that Onizuka wanted a teacher like this. He wanted someone that would be what he is right now. And maybe he didn't want exactly who he is as his teacher, but someone that was there and was willing to be there even if they weren't going to be the best teacher. And that's something that Class 3-4 needs. And we found out this episode. That when they trusted a teacher last time...
It went badly.
So what does that mean? How does a class trust a teacher and then get burned?
Oh, there are so many ways.
But that's
that
the thing.
Go very,
There's
very
so
badly.
many ways, and yet none of them are obvious straight from the get-go.
But the thing is, I love that because it's basically setting something up so that it's not just the idea of the individual people where, it's like on this episode of Mean Girls or something like that, But that there's basically this almost this infection in the class itself, in the school and everything, where it's not just about the one or two people that are mean, right? Because then it's like, okay, that can maybe be fixed, but it's pervasive. Like Onizuka has his work cut out for him because of the first episode. There's this idea that any individual issue he'll be able to work his way through in his own unique fashion, right? But by scaling it up like this, by making it be not just that they're mean for the sake of being mean, but it's like no, there's hurt, there's real hurt, there were real issues and stuff that were happening, and and that needs to be dealt with,
and it's recent, because you got to think about this class, Not all of them have been around for that long. They can't by the nature of high school.
Right, yeah.
Which means that
Max
we're talking
3 years.
Yeah, we're talking at least, in the last couple years, or at most in some cases.
Right, yeah.
That they had a teacher that abused their power, maybe.
Right.
Someone that maybe shouldn't have been a teacher at all. And maybe they're no longer around. It's not like it was the vice principal or anything like that. It's like, no. This was just a teacher that came in, and maybe they were needing a good teacher, and they brought in someone who wasn't like Onizuka, but was someone who was maybe the exact opposite, and maybe they were just a bigger and better bully than they were. In some levels, that makes Onizuka's actions, a little bit like, ooh, he's riding the line of specific things.
Except I get the feeling that the
he wasn't the aggressor, he's the reactor.
Well, he's the reactor, but also I get the feeling that the previous teacher, if there was bullying type stuff and all that, it's the sticks and stones may break my bones, but words, will never hurt me. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's not true.
Or kind of the public kind of humiliation kind of thing.
Sure.
Which is something that I think is more common in a school setting than we'd like to think. And yet it's actually one of the most damaging of weapons because it works eventually.
But the ways
it can work is I almost want to say that that's probably what it is that someone came in with probably some basic perception skills and maybe a psychology background, and they disassembled every student, and maybe they disassembled them individually, in front of everyone.
Sure. So there are so many ways it could happen.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with someone that's 14, 15, 16, 17, whatever. Oh, they're not that smart. They're not that whole of an individual.
Right. Since they're figuring out who they are and stuff, they're
Yeah.
The word impressionable is used a lot, but that really is what it is.
Yeah. Now this is the thing. Still, no sympathy for these girls.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
None. The only thing that it really was cringy realizing, Onizuka,
boy, you went there.
You went here. Oh no.
All right.
Because I mean, he's pissed. He's pissed. Yoshikawa, you did that to him.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I condone in some ways just whatever the response is because they did that and stuff. But it's more so Onizuka,
Ooh.
Did you think of the consequences? I hope you
did. Right.
And it's like, yeah, he's confident. I'm like, okay. And I think because this is fiction and stuff, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But
Yeah.
Oh man, I really love this show though.
I loved that
really
line
love this
though
show.
of him basically saying, don't ever bully anyone again. Or what was it? He was basically saying something along the lines of, this is what it's like to be bullied.
Yeah, I think he gave something else before that, but he did say, and now never bully anyone else again. Like don't do this. That was the equivalent of what he said. But it's the kind of thing where I feel like of all the ways that he's attacked the problem previously, this one was the most reactionary and had probably he probably had more fun doing it. But I think that he also could have done things in a bit of a cleverer way. Like, he might have leveraged the fact that they had the pictures, and it would just been like, oh, I hope you didn't bring the pictures here. He shuts the door and locks it. 911, what is it? Yes, I would like to report a case of, child pornography. And they're like, and he's like, yep. Oh, yeah, just come right down here to the karaoke. They're like, please stop. And he's like, oh, no, I couldn't do that. No, because you don't have any pictures in here. No.
Oh, wait, what are they?
That's the way he could have ran it and stuff, is maybe he talks to the owner. And he's like, I'm going to play a prank on some of my friends, so don't have anyone come over into this area,
Oh, sure.
So that he can basically, leverage his information on them and stuff.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, he could have... Well, no, they were in a karaoke place, so he didn't have a convenient river to dunk them in.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's the thing. There were 3 of them, and they were in their own kind of environment and stuff, and I don't think he wants to accidentally get caught by someone else for attacking girls in a park, or something like that.
Right.
On some level, there is a little bit of a gender thing going on, because if he grabbed 3 guys in the park and strung them up, and they were high school boys, they look more
specifically boys that are known as being for being punks and all that stuff.
And
people might be like, oh, that's
exactly, and they're
gang war,
exactly, and they're physically bigger and stuff, so it doesn't look as bad. But I mean, what he did to the boys, that was pretty gutsy.
Yeah. Well,
so
and they were definitely doing physical stuff to Yoshikawa. So
yeah. So all right, we have to deal with Urahara. I love the sound effects and just the aura that she came in with. There was this Dolores Umbridge aspect of her of her walk, and I gotta say they chose her outfit and character's design perfectly. Now, I just gotta say, I've worked in customer service. Okay, now here's the thing. If you've worked in customer service, there's this list of I would say 11 different types of people. And these are the 11 types of people you never, ever want to deal with in customer service.
Yeah.
And one of them, I don't really know what I call this middle-aged woman in my head, is basically this specific type of person that comes to customer service. But, yeah. She is her to a T, to a perfect T.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just saying, if you've worked in customer service, you know what we're talking about for a long time. You have to have worked it a bit. There's that group of people, and they each have different...
You can spot them in a crowd.
Different archetypes. And you're like...
Okay, all right. Okay, who wants to deal with this? Okay, I guess it's me.
She even had the "I want to talk to your manager" haircut and everything. It was just I on some level I will empathize a little bit with the mom because she is a mother.
Right, exactly.
But on another aspect, if she comes out the gate swinging in the dirty kind of way, where she's not even coming at this from the mother standpoint, she's just looking to abuse some aspect of her power. I will be so happy to see her get her
I get the
comeuppance.
feeling that's what it is. And,
you're sure?
And here's the other thing. One of the other things to add to the desire for comeuppance is the fact that she's the mother. Her daughter is doing all this stuff.
Yeah, but you can't blame the mother for the daughter's actions.
You kind of can.
No.
It's the daughter's decision, but the mother is the person in a position of power, and she does not teach her own children the things.
They're 15, Jacob. At minimum, they're 15. I would not blame anyone. No, seriously, guys, this is actually a thing that I feel like I have a very controversial opinion on, is that when you have a kid that starts going through their teenage years and stuff like that, there's going to be stuff that the parent is responsible for, but you are not allowed to at first glance or even like anything like that start to say, it's 100% the kid's fault or it's 100% the parent's fault.
And if they did something where she ends up finding out, wait, my daughter was doing what? And then she's like,
no, I could see that or a whole bunch of other things. The main thing, though, is that we have to judge the parent individual of the child just as much as we have to judge the child individual of the parent.
But
then maybe if we start to learn more, we can then be like, this is obviously a case of a specific
I get the feeling, the fact that they brought up the fact that she is the parent of the girl is not just because that gives her more reason to be pissed, but it's the fact that she will there's going to be some bias would be a good way of putting it. Well, and some similarities over the fact that her daughter is a massive bleep, you know.
Yeah. I am totally with you. But I think we also just might have caught on to something there, is that you're right, is that the way we can connect the daughter and the mother is the air of pride, I would say arrogance, and almost this everyone better get out of my way because I'm coming.
Oh, sure.
That's just in what we saw in this episode. That is exactly the same in both. So, like mother, like daughter, I guess, in this instance. I am with you, though, Jacob, in that the parents set the example for the kids, at least in a home setting where the parents and the kids are, there and stuff.
Right.
So there's that. Looking forward, though, to the coming conflict, because this is some Dolores Umbridge level, combat encounter here. So better put your buffs on, Onizuka, and get ready to
although thankfully I feel like this is the thing where in the case of, say, Dolores Umbridge, the worst part about her was the fact that she fought dirty within these whole rules thing of the Ministry of Magic and all that stuff. But Onizuka, I would say, is the equivalent of a barbarian or something similar.
Sure.
He is a combat class, so he has a very particular way of resolving things.
He has charisma, though.
He does. That's true.
I would say he's closer to a
paladin.
No, I mean kind of like a I don't know, some kind of a rogue. Because the thing is, we've seen him with his combat abilities being actually not as strength based, but more coordination. He has karate, he's multiple black belt.
Sure. So basically,
he's a smooth talker and he's a dirty fighter. That's kind of, I would say, what he is.
I can see that. Yeah.
So he has the capacity for non-combat.
He has the capacity for non-combat, but at the same time,
we know what he prefers.
Yeah, and he can resolve things very quickly with overwhelming force.
All right, guys, we're hyped for the next episode. If you want to see the next episode, though, right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there, watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, where you can chat with us about stories, whatever. Great teacher Onizuka, non-spoilery stuff.
Yes.
Any of that. We're also doing Discord events coming up pretty soon, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.